Drew, do you ever have the fantasy in your head where you're like, the pilot's dead? We need somebody. And,
Can
and
anyone
then,
fly this plane?
yeah, exactly. And you're like, you just kind of like weakly raise your hand after knowing that like there's no other real pilots.
Excuse me, stewardess.
Yes.
I played DCS.
I know. I know at least what altitude is, and
I'm 4 ciders deep, but I'm pretty sure. And I brought my.
My HOTAS. No, thank you. I brought my own.
Do you have a USB port that I can connect this in?
Please, show me the Steam login. Right away.
yeah.
We're all gonna die. Where do I put my Steam login?
You should just fly with your Track IR hat on at all times.
Yeah, just
So that when people are like,
Yeah.
oh, we got a problem, but I think there's somebody in the back who could probably get us out of this.
Okay.
That dude with Track IR on his hat.
This.
Do our,
It's.
you know why it probably doesn't move is you need the batteries for it
Okay.
or something.
All right.
Maybe you have to
That's a
unlock
good one.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah. You
Yeah,
probably
you
got the
unlock
like.
it.
You guys have those locks right here? The Chapman lock? That's the little thing?
What?
It was the Chapman lock. It was like a lock that you put on your car to lock the gas and the stop pedal. Yeah.
Which bad part of town did you grow up in?
Looks like a big.
No, not the club. Not the club.
that's
The
Yeah.
club was also a thing we used. But that was stupid because the club, you just put it on the steering wheel, but people would just cut the steering wheel
Yeah.
in one spot and just pull the club out.
Yeah.
No, not ready for
That's
that.
what I did.
I really.
Didn't stop me once.
Stop you.
When my fix was really bad, that's when I would tear down the wheel.
All right. APU on.
If
Boost
you want.
pumps. Nominal.
What's not? Yeah, I understand the lingo.
Autopilot. Engage.
So likewise to that flight story, that fear, does can anyone fly this plane? What about when someone says, is there a doctor on this plane? What stops some rando from being like, I'm a doctor, and then just poking around at the dying guy?
What would you do? What would be your go-to move though if you
I
had
would rip
to
out their
fake it?
appendix.
Well, why would that be?
Okay,
the
but
first
like, how would you do that? How would you do that?
choking.
Like, all
worry,
you've got
I'm a
is like
doctor.
that weird like kitchen set that they
Yeah.
that
Yeah,
they go
you
with.
would use the serrated butter knife.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you'd have to use like a thrusting action to get the first,
All right.
because you'd have to pierce skin. But after that, then you can just use the serrated edge.
Okay.
Where would you?
Slowly, like a butter roll, I would just slowly
I got it.
get in.
Like,
What?
there's not space on an airplane. Like, where would you lay down?
In the aisle.
Yeah. no,
Right in
no.
the aisle.
And I would have everyone who was near me get the fuck out of my way because I'm a doctor.
Mm-hmm.
And I would say it like that.
You got that part done. That part you already
You've got us convinced.
That's great.
Give me some air. I'm a doctor.
I would go for the old pen move, where you cut the pen out and you put it in his throat,
yeah.
and he's choking. Oh, this man is choking. Does anybody have a pen?
And then you call all the stewardesses nurses. You
Nurse.
say, nurse,
Yeah, sure.
I need a
They probably have
sandwich
stuff.
and a Bloody Mary
Yeah.
as soon as possible.
Stat.
I don't know if you're a real doctor. No, give me more Bloody Marys.
And then you rip out his appendix and
Regardless
you
of the
hold
issue.
it while it's throbbing, like in that Indiana Jones movie.
Modaram. Sudaram.
That might have been another organ.
You look at like the nearest toddler and say, "Is that your firstborn?"